Hello, lovelies. Welcome to today's self-care video. Um, this one is using the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck by Amy Miranda. And I pulled three cards for this reading, but this deck really spoke to me. So I'm going to do another reading using these cards in the next couple of days. I'm not sure which day I'll release that on, but it'll be coming up this week. So let me get into this. Let me hide my own video so you can see the cards a little better. Okay, so let's begin with the Star Consciousness card. We are made of star stuff. That's a little familiar. And we channel the light source and the life force. The force. Yes, like Star Wars. Here's where I tell you that Star Wars was heavily influenced by Akira Kurosawa's film, The Hidden Fortress. The film is set in 16th century Japan when Buddhism and Shinto had become the primary spiritual practices. Reiki is a form of Japanese energy healing using life force energy. In Shinto, Kami is the energetic force that inhabits everything. And in Star Wars, is in Star Wars, Jedi work with the Force. The Force is likely rooted in the very real energy healing practices and natural traditions of Japan. Here's the thing about the Force or Source. We need to wield its power of light with authenticity, respect, and honor, just like a Jedi. We're the vessels that carry the light of the soul. The lightsaber has always been us. We are the lightning rods made of magical star stuff. We can even make the same kinds of sounds as a lightsaber. We know Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill are always trying to do right by the Force. But what does your own life look like through the lens of a Jedi? How would employing your star consciousness, Jedi High Council, if you will, higher intelligence, or higher self impact your daily life? How does it feel to wield the Force? Next, we have ritual. There's no spiritual without ritual. Developing a practice makes room for magic to take root. We are all natural mystics who can remember the gifts of humanity when we practice. Ritual is much more fulfilling than worrying, and with way cooler results. As the world expands and systems change under our feet, by creating ritual, we can stay connected to the greatest foundation there is through our own spiritual practice. Ritual, begi- Ritual brings spiritual reinforcement. When we create a repetitive practice, we are able to communicate intention to source, building momentum and connection. Whether it's taking care of a plant, writing intentions, or connecting with others to do a ceremony or have a bonfire with a group, when we commit to ritual, we deepen and enrich our magical or spiritual practices. By acknowledging the systems we're in, we can begin to receive transmissions or downloads from divinity. When we get into that level of connection with spirit, it becomes a direct revelation as we remember how to decipher the transmissions. Whether it's journeying, meditation, movement, or dance, we can begin to discover moments of alignment with Source where we raise our vibration enough to meet it. When this happens, Source itself begins to become our teacher. What rituals can you bring into your life to invite in more light? How can you deepen any existing practices? How can you find the natural mysticism around you and within you? And finally, we have ancestors. When I'm doing important manifestation or ancestral healing work, I always make an offering to the ancestors. I also often talk to their photos. I talk with them as if they can hear me, and most of the time I feel them show up so much in my everyday life that I know they heard me. Our energy is our responsibility, and how we wield it can hurt or help. This is why becoming responsible for it can and does reverberate through time. Not only can we heal our wounds, we can work on healing the wounds of our ancestors and impact the future. We can go back to go forward. We can use our intention to invite our ancestors to help us rebalance the scales. If time is elastic and everything is connected, we can go back and flood the system with light, asking for the best possible effect after so many generations. We can be the light in our lines. I'd like you to write about what you know about your spirit and your magic, your own family, your own connection to the old ways or to the divine. What do you know about your family's connection to spirituality? What kinds of modalities or beliefs are in your realm of experience from your ancestry? What might you be able to honor those connections in the week ahead? How might you be able to honor those connections in the week ahead? Some interesting concepts brought forth by these cards. We are the Jedi Force ourselves. Being in ritual helps us connect to spirit. And sending light and loving energy to the ancestors of our past can open those doors to making our own life and the future generations brighter and better. Fascinating. So I hope you will consider how these impact your life. What resonates with you the most in these cards? Each of them have something that resonates with me. And as I read the booklet and held the card, I know that I have meditations already in the meditations playlist for some of this, but they've also sparked imagination for additional meditations. Wow. So much beauty. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope that if you have not already done so, that you'll take a moment to subscribe, like, share the video, and I'm grateful for your being here. We welcome any comments that you have, and remember, you are made of stardust and magic. You are far more powerful than you realize, and you are profoundly loved. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care now. Bye.